hard because I know that I don't want to face the angry, moody, difficult parts of myself sometimes, but pushing them down doesn't help. And if we can kind of make friends with them, at least heal those parts, we'll do a lot better because we'll be acting more consciously. So, what I would like you to do is think about how you frame your life when you face challenges and adversities. How do you approach them? What comes up in you in terms of your emotions, maybe what you think you should feel or do, but just try and be honest with yourself. Like, what's going on for you when you face a challenge? How do you frame that? So is that clear what I'm asking you to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so just take a few moments, write some notes if that will help, and then I'll ask people if they're interested in sharing that.
Can I start?
Sure.
I feel anxiety, and I feel like I have to solve everything like very quickly. Sometimes I cannot even sleep because I start thinking about it. I have to solve it. I have to find a way to solve it, and I feel like, I have to solve it as soon as possible. And if I have a problem, my first reaction is to think like, solve it, and within time I start relaxing, and but the first contact with it, I feel like solving it.
Right, so there's some anxiety there and maybe some pressure on yourself too.
Yeah, and it's bad because I feel tired and I cannot sleep sometimes.
That's hard. And how do you feel about your reaction to your problem?
If I see if somehow I'm able to realize that this problem, I'm handle it somehow, and I'm making progress on it. Even though I didn't meet a deadline I set beforehand, but I see somehow I am treating it. I feel comfortable with it. I relax, but I need to see that I'm making progress somehow. But it takes a while to make me feel relaxed.
Right. So you think you get kind of lost in it, and it's difficult to zoom out and see that you are actually making progress. Is that right?
No, actually, lots of thoughts pop up in my mind.
Yeah.
And I want to do all of them at once. Oh, I do this, I'll do that, and I feel like I got to start doing it.
So lots of pressure to act and do all these ideas.
Yeah.
And ways of solving.
And at first, I feel this anxiety. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of overthinking about that problem, right?
Yeah. Elise, I just would like to make sure everybody has understood about procrastination.
Right.
Okay. You guys, procrastination, adiar. Okay, guys. You got it? Muhammad in Egypt? Okay. Great.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
So I'll repeat this just for the newcomers. What I would like you to do is think about how you frame your life when you face challenges and adversity. What comes up in you? How do you react and respond? So does anyone else want to share?
Yeah, I'd like to share. I think with me is the same as Geraldo told us. It's but I would add something like this feeling about desperate, talking about myself. I feel like sometimes I feel like blind because I just think about this problem and I can think about anything else. And I got frustrated with myself because I want to solve these problems, but I cannot think in some solution in a short time, you know, like and because that feeling of desperate just consume my thoughts.
Right.
I would say it's the same, like anxiety and a little bit of desperate.
Right. And those feelings of anxiety and desperation can be really strong.
Desperation. Yeah.
And when they're stimulated, it's very hard to get the rational part of our brain working, because that's a very fight or flight reaction, which is so understandable and makes sense, but it's not helpful. So
yeah, and straight when it happens, I just feel like headaches, some stomach aches, and I feel that stress on my body, on my physical, you know. Yeah.
So
as Geraldo cannot sleep.
Yeah, I know, it's hard. And a lot of procrastination, dealing with it, is actually about regulating emotions. So when we learn how to manage our emotions, then we're more able to act. So
yeah.
Would anyone else like to share?
I think Liz, I think Marcus would like to share something.
Okay.
Which Mark, man? Which Mark are you talking about?
Is there another one?
I'm kidding. My point of view about this, because sometimes you change your problem, right? You see it's a big problem, but sometimes your mind, your brain is creating these things, right? But I'm the same way with Geraldo and the Marcia, because if I have a problem, I want to solve very fast, right? And in my case, the problem, the points that I don't have control. Yeah, this is going crazy because I want to understand everything that I have to do, but sometimes you don't know, you don't have control for everything. And that's the point that I have to control, that I'm practicing to control more. This is about my feelings.
Yeah, it sounds overwhelming when all of that's coming up, and then this really strong urge to get it sorted and solve it too. So all of these things, juggling so much, can be really hard. So does anyone else want to share something?
I think Liz, Rafael, and maybe Andrea, Diane.
Okay.
And Muhammad too.
Okay.
Rafael Million, who will be Rafael? Can you hear us?
Geraldo.
Hi.
Yes, I can hear you. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
But Geraldo, I'm a little late. I'm in the traffic driving, so I'm able to listen, but I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Sorry.
Okay. No problem, Rafael. Okay. It's about procrastination. But okay. All right. Maybe Andrea and Eliane, these guys are this initiative. Eliane is winner's honor, and Andrea is an English teacher in Guarulhos, right? They've been helping us to organize this. You guys would like to say something about this?
You procrastinate about this subject.
I know, and I procrastinated about preparing.
Andrea, guys, be free to talk, okay? I won't interrupt anymore. I'm sorry, Liz.
No, take it easy. But you procrastinate about this subject. I just to listen, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Karina?
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
About this subject, what can I say? First of all, I think you need to organize your things to do, and don't observe the problem, because everybody has the same time. You just need to organize that and do the things that you need to do at this day. Or
I've lost your sound.
Yeah, yeah. Karina? Karina?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I turned off my mic. So sorry. I think that's it.
We couldn't hear the whole thing, Karina.
I was talking about that everybody has the same time. Yeah, the all day long, all of us has the same time, but you need to organize your things to do and separate what is more important and what is your focus. And I think that's it. Don't observe your problems, all problems, especially the things that you can do something. And I think that's it.
So would you say that when you're faced with challenges, you're able to detach and take a bird's eye view of the problem so that you don't become too emotional about it? And that helps you organize what you have to do. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but because through this you can think better, and if you observe the problems, you can be sick.
Mm-hmm. Right. So how do you do that? How do you manage to like keep the emotions separate from the thinking?
It's hard, but I learned just falling, and the life teaches. And I organize the things and think most of the time about what you can do, what can you do to resolve the problem, to solve the problem, and what can't you do, what. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm an accountant, and it's just when you see things, I don't know how to explain, sorry.
It's okay. I'm getting a good sense. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Does anyone else want to share?
Hi, my name is Andrea. I don't know if you guys can listen to me.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what happens when I'm like anxious about anything, I just try to breathe in a way that usually I don't. So I just try to breathe deeply, and I try to concentrate in this breathing, and that calms me down a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good technique.
When you get nervous about something, when you get nervous about something and you need to solve problems, if you focus on the problem exactly, it's not going to help. And then the physical part comes, all the headaches and the stomach aches and the butterflies in the stomach and everything. So I just try to concentrate on that. And that helps me a lot.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Anyone else?
Mohammed?
Okay, so there are obviously costs to procrastinating. Most people think of those costs in terms of time, quality, and money. However, there's also a personal cost, like a life emotional cost. For example, if I procrastinate, I don't feel great about myself. You know, it might contribute to this self-image I have of, oh, I'm like not the person I want to be. And that doesn't feel good. And when I don't procrastinate, it kind of builds me up. And that momentum of, whoa, I'm this person who can do this, even though it's really hard, that can help me maximize who I am and my impact in the world. So that, I want to focus on that because it's more tangible, it's more, you can feel it more than, oh yeah, that cost me an hour, or yeah, that cost me $100 or however much. If you can say, I want to achieve this goal. I know that I can do these things in my life and focus on that. Often that will help us to motivate ourselves. And we don't want that cost in our lives. We don't want to lose the potential of what we can do. So let's think about what's actually happening when we procrastinate. So choose something in your life that you are procrastinating about right now. It can be something, a big project like your life goal. It could be something small like, oh, I really don't want to do the washing up, and it's building up. But choose something that is current for you right now. Now, when you've chosen your thing, think about, why do you want to do it? Now, don't focus too much on the intellectual reason. Think about how it will make you feel. So when you do this thing, what feeling are you going to have that you really want? So find the emotional motivation. And try and feel it in your body, like really like see where it is. Like, is it in your heart? Is it excitement that gets you jittery? So now think about why you don't want to do it. You know, I could say, I want to do the washing up because I love having a clean kitchen. It's so clear. And then I feel really relaxed. Why I don't want to wash up is because it's messy and I can't be bothered. It makes me feel heavy. So try and get in touch with the feelings of, oh, I really don't want to do that. Kind of heaviness or dread. Now think, what would you rather be doing instead? I'd rather be doing anything than washing up right now. So, and how would that make you feel? See, my whole body changed when I said that. I felt more like alive and excited. So what would you rather be doing? And how would that make you feel? So, does anyone want to share about anything they learned in that short exercise?
I like the last part, right? I felt relieved. Because I picture myself traveling, right? Doing nice things.
Right. Right.
But the first one was boring. It's a thing will cost me money to do, boring. So it wasn't nice thinking about it.
Right. Anyone else? So, procrastination is all about avoiding pain and gaining pleasure. So, if I procrastinate about doing the washing up, I'm avoiding the having to work and getting my hands all messy and water and cleaning. So I'm avoiding all of that pain, and I'm gaining pleasure of doing anything else, relaxing, having free time. The problem is that is a part of me that's very short-sighted. It only sees the immediate future. Now, intellectually, I can say, I really want to do this because I want a clean house. And I can relax later. I'm an adult. I can do this. However, sometimes those parts of ourselves, the ones that just look at the short-term goals, they can be kind of strong and take over. And then we make decisions because that part of ourselves is really loud and calling all the shots. So, one strategy to change and stop procrastinating is to change what we associate pain and pleasure with. So, I don't want to overthink this. What I want to do is feel it. Because when I'm stressed, thinking my way out of the problem may not help. Because that part of my brain is switched off. So I want to focus on feelings because that is a lot easier to sink into because you're already there when you're stressed. You're already feeling. So say I want to lose weight. The pain that I want to avoid is being overweight and being sick and out of shape. And the pleasure that I want is to have a healthy life and feel good physically. Now, again, that's long term and it may be really hard. So I may not be able to stop myself eating a candy bar, even though that will contribute to long-term pain. It will make me feel good right now. And not eating a candy bar, that will make me feel like I'm depriving myself, maybe a bit sad, or it doesn't feel good. So we change what we associate with pain and pleasure. If I don't take that candy bar, instead of feeling deprived or, oh, I don't get to eat sugar, I turn that into something really fun. So I might say, yay, I didn't eat a candy bar. I'm going to treat myself, reward myself to something else. I'm going to put on some great music and feel really good. And you can do that in advance. You can actually say, when I do this, or when I don't do this, this is going to be my pleasure. So you plan it. And if you can practice that in your head, then your brain is already becoming familiar with what is motivating you and what you are associating pleasure with. So, does that make sense?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking like sometimes seems that procrastinating means also to have pleasure, because in your example I know that I can't, that if I eat a candy bar right now, it's gonna give me some problem in the future. But right now I really need it. Like it's gonna give me some pleasure in that moment, at that moment, you know. And if I think in another example, maybe, I don't know, washing up or cleaning my house, I'm thinking that I'm giving some time of pleasure, even though I know that in the future, in a short time or in a long time, I'm gonna have problem with this.
Can I add one thing else? Because I think this way, Liz. I will eat as much as I can, because in summer I will work out. How to handle it? It's serious. It's serious.
Okay.
I need help.
So, what's your goal then? Let's break it down. What's your goal? You want to eat less.
I want to be a six-pack, you know, like strong.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Okay. So, say you have some amazing food in front of you and you want to eat it. You have to slow down what's going on in your head. Eating it feels good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, how can you reward yourself for eating less, for stopping? What can you do when you take a reasonable amount and then you go, okay, I'm done. And what you do is you plan, first of all. You say, when I say I'm done, I'm going to give myself such a big reward.
A candy bar?
And it doesn't have to be a physical reward, because food is often a reward.
Yeah.
It can also be, the most powerful thing that research actually found was if it is related to your self-identity or your values. So if I say my self-identity is a person who wants to achieve great things in the world, and one of my values, one of the things I really care about is the rights of children. Now, if I can, and it can be a game, it doesn't have to make sense even. When I do something that I really want to do, or don't do something, like I really don't want a second serving of cake, and then I say to myself, yay, I refused that second serving. That is helping me fight for children's rights. So even though the connection may be really distant, I can make a connection. And because that's what I want so much, whatever I value, I will do a lot for that. So, what do you really value? What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want people to say about you? So can you think of something right now? Think about what your life stands for. And now, get that feeling into your body, not just an intellectual thing. Think, when I think of myself standing up for children's rights, I feel really strong and powerful. I feel like I am using my gifts in the best possible way. Get that in your body.